guys, I'm Wesley Donahue.
And I'm Kurt Pickhart.
And we want to welcome you to our new podcast, 1913 Marion. Right now it's Monday, the day before the primary runoff, and we know you guys are probably getting bombarded by emails, probably 10 or 15 a day like I am.
That's right.
So we really wanted to do something a little different. Instead of emailing you about every single little thing going on right here at the party headquarters at 1913 Marion, we wanted to kind of give you this video to let you know what's going on, to keep you better informed. First, Kurt, why don't you just give them the rundown for the week?
Absolutely. Tomorrow, like Wes was saying, got the big runoff. Let's go ahead and make sure you go vote. We had historic turnout in the primary 2 weeks ago. Let's try to do it again tomorrow. I thought that was excellent. The day after, Unity Breakfast here in Columbia. Address is 300 Senate Street. It's called the Hall at Senate's Inn. We want everyone to show up. We need to stick together for this general election. Once we got the ticket set after the runoff, we need to all get together, and if you were for someone else, let's forget all that. Let's get behind our candidates because the voters made their choices, so let's go ahead and get together on that. On the 26th, that's this Saturday, got the executive committee meeting. It's at the Hilton, as always, downtown. We'd love to see you at that as well. And then on the 29th, next Tuesday, we're having Minnesota Governor Tim Pawlenty at Chairman Floyd's house. So call us here at the headquarters if you're interested in that. He's a great conservative. We're glad to have him in town. So let us know, and we'd love to have you at that as well.
Cool. Now, as we said, the runoff is tomorrow, and the state newspaper had a story this morning saying that runoff turnout is supposed to be slow. But that's the same thing they said 2 weeks ago today about the runoff.
Even the day of the primary, they were saying
it's going to be slow.
Yeah.
And we had historic, like the best turnout we had in 2 decades, right?
Almost double 2006.
And listen, we're going to have a high turnout tomorrow. If you didn't vote last week, you can still vote tomorrow. The only way you can't vote in the Republican primary is if you voted in the Democratic primary 2 Tuesdays ago, and we know none of you guys did that, so it's important to come on out. Listen, it's going to be a high turnout because Republicans are pumped right now. A Gallup poll came out nationally that said 66% of Republicans described themselves about being more enthusiastic, while only 40% of the Democrats, going into the midterm election. That's because we got an awesome slate of candidates. I mean, you look at our congressional candidates. Rob Miller, unlike us who are in front of a TV camera or a camera right now, Rob Miller's hiding from cameras. Won't even say where he's at on health care. And then and we're going to take out John Spratt this time.
That's right. We could not have asked for a better candidate. He is perfect for what we need right now. We need to tighten our budget and get people up in Washington that are saving us money and not spending it like John Spratt. And Mick Mulvaney, just look at his record at the State House. He is that candidate. We need him badly.
Absolutely. So, we're pretty pumped that we're going in. We've already got our Comptroller General. We've got our Treasurer's candidate, Secretary of State's candidate. We've got a couple of our congressional candidates, actually just one of our congressional candidates. So we still got to pick a gubernatorial, attorney general, lieutenant governor's candidate. And we've got to pick a congressional candidate in the 1st, 3rd, 4th,
6th,
and 6th districts.
And a superintendent's candidate.
Oh, that's right, superintendent of education candidate. So that's about what's going on in the elections. We're going to be giving you these videos. I'll give you a rundown. You see this map behind us, what's going on in the State House races. One thing I did want to keep you informed of is Republican Executive Committee said the voter ID bill was their top issue. And we did have some problems over in the General Assembly getting that out because the Democrats are filibustering it. And I thought I just want to share this with you real quick. The Spartanburg Herald-Journal wrote an editorial today where they said the biggest farce last week was the spectacle of several Democratic House members taking the floor to assert that the voter ID measure is unnecessary because there is no fraud in South Carolina. And on the same day, their party is trying to kick out Alvin Green off their ticket for what? Fraud. Pretty ridiculous.
Awesome.
But anyway, we're going to be doing these podcasts a couple times a week, so come back to www.scgop.com and check out 1913 Marion. Thanks.
Thanks.